Hi, welcome. My name is Tara,
Hi, and I'm Cecilia.
and we're winging
Winging
it
it
in
in
the
the Winnebago.
Winnebago. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again this week. We've got a lot to discuss. So we've had
Yes,
some fun adventures going on, and yeah, I'm excited to dive into it and tell you guys a little bit more in detail.
me too.
Yeah. So we've been on the road traveling, obviously. And we last week talked about going to Jerome, and near Jerome is Sedona. So we went to Sedona.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Yeah. So we spent an evening there at Talakipaki
Mm,
Market, which is really fun to say. And it was cool. There was a bunch of like little like art galleries, kind of little
mm,
shop, and like cool animal statues throughout. So we got a picture of Bennington with a lot of these little animal statues.
yes.
Not little, they're like enormous actually.
Hmm.
And Bennington looked really little, which was really funny.
Yeah, looks so
And
big. I was like, 'cause, I love statues.
oh yeah,
Uh,
Cecilia has a I don't know, like a phobia maybe of
Yeah,
statues? Is
it's
that it?
it's
I'll
a
look
it,
and see what that means.
it's a phobia of big things.
Oh,
Because it's the same thing with ships. So megalophobia or something like that.
oh, that's right.
Magalophobia,
Phobia.
phobia of big things.
Mhm. But she also doesn't like little statues.
I just don't like
So
statues in general.
there's a little bit of a sub fear there that's not just being large.
Yeah,
Anyway, Talakepake. I'm just gonna say Talakepake as many times as possible because I love it. I love to
it's a
say
good
it.
name.
It's a great name.
Yeah.
So fun. So we walked around the market and went in these little shops, and it's just so pretty. It's just so pretty. The architecture was beautiful, and the backdrop with the mountains in the background, and uh, it was very, very just like such a vibe, you know?
Yeah.
And um, one of my favorite shops was if you park in the parking lot and then you walk all the way to the back corner, there's a gallery there, and I don't remember the name of any of the stores, so I have no idea what the gallery was. But
We're bad at remembering those or writing them down.
I know,
Bad.
for real. But there was this big sculpture outside of this woman,
Mhm.
uh and anyway, there was these sculptures inside too, and they were incredible and all about it. But they also had so that was kind of their thing. Like outside, they've got a big outdoor area with all these sculptures outside, and a couple of them are like fountains.
They're metal statues.
Yeah, they're made out of metal. And anyway, they were really cool. That was my favorite place. I we spent the longest time there. And
Yeah.
we walked in and out and around a lot of the shops. Oh, and there was a little church.
Well, that was cute. The little church, they had just done a wedding there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wedding was coming out, and so we got to see the bride and groom as they were exiting the little chapel. You still my heart. It was so
They were- Yeah. And then we also went to it was like a little nook, like a bookstore. It was cute too.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was, like, through this archway that
Mhm.
looked like it was just, like, to a tree, like, there was just a tree through the door, the archway, and then you, like, go around the corner, and there's stairs going up to this little bookshop.
They built it around trees. Two trees. So
Yeah.
the trees were already there, and they just built around them. They say, "Do not touch the tree, do not carve on the tree."
Yeah. Yeah, it
They're
was
pretty old.
it was cool how they incorporated in the architecture, the nature was really incorporated into the design. It felt like that. It's an outdoor market, but it was, very much so. It felt like it was built into the natural landscape,
Yeah,
like it was incorporating it instead of, being an eyesore among.
yeah. I think that's why I liked it too.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
really
the
beautiful.
natural.
Yeah.
I don't wanna say it was my favorite, but I think it was a pretty cool store, the candle store. I can't say the name or I can't say much about it because they said, "Do not say anything." But it's basically like they carve these candles and it's like different colors, which I really like. They were awesome. Yeah.
I don't even remember the name. Do you remember the name?
No. Now that I'm thinking about it, I do not remember the name. So I guess
So it wouldn't even
that doesn't
matter.
matter.
That's so funny.
Well, I had to forget it. like everything else.
Right. So we got up the next morning.
Yeah, and we went to the energy place.
No, we went for a hike.
Oh my
I
god, I
Cecilia,
oh,
go hiking. I was like,
what
"We're in Sedona. This is what people do here. You have to go hiking with me."
I literally had just gotten it out of my mind,
She's trying to block it.
but every time I look at my right foot on the top, I can still see the bruises from my shoe.
So I got her there by saying it was a quick 1 mile hike. And I did just enough research to probably get me in trouble. Actually, totally did.
No
And
research. No research.
well, I knew I wanted to go on a hike to some sort of, landmark that, I don't know, something special, right? And so I did some research and decided that I wanted to go to the birth, right?
Birthing cave?
The birthing,
Okay.
right? So I was like, okay, it's only a mile and a half round trip, no big deal. In and out, right? Well, so when we get there, we get parked, we get to the trailhead, and I'm looking at the map and I'm like, okay, so from this location, it's actually closer to a 3 mile hike because we didn't park at the trailhead that's only a mile from there. And I was like, well, it's all right. We're adding a little bit on, no big deal. We can do it. So we start the hike. It's going fine. We're in kind of a part of the hike where there wasn't a lot of shade for
And
a while.
I'm crying again just thinking about it.
Oh my so the first part was a little warm, honestly, because there wasn't a lot of shade
No,
in that part, but the views were incredible. You could see was it Cathedral Rock, I believe, was off to our left.
maybe. All I remember is it was a lot more green. A lot more green.
More green.
Yeah, like there was more greenery around.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
because we were kinda like, on the side of a mountain, so
yeah.
it was
So I did like that.
greenery, but the red rocks were like, all the backdrop around.
Yeah.
And so we were hiking and there was not a lot of shade, and so it was a little warm. But anyway, we keep hiking and we get to a fork in the road and we followed, what the map had said to follow. And we keep going and we go like longer than I think that we're supposed to go. And
Until we see those girls that were just standing there that we passed.
yeah, well, they we saw them on the way back. But
Well, they were
we
standing.
get to another fork in the road. And I was like, "This says this is the end of this trail." And we definitely weren't supposed to go.
Yeah. Let me just tell you what, I was done because we had to turn around. I was like, "Take me out."
Yeah. Yeah, she wasn't happy. So, anyway, I'm like, "This isn't right. We must have passed it." So we turn around,
Ah,
and we have to go back almost a mile. We'd overshot it by a mile. So we go back almost a mile, and then we veer off on the path that's supposed to be towards the birthing cave.
yeah.
And so we're hiking up this trail. And at this point, Cecilia is done. She is like lagging really far behind me.
Is it before we got to that one stop when we had our lunch
Mhm.
or picnic? Yeah, I was already behind. I was like, "My feet hurt. Leave me here."
Well, and I thought I was like, okay, this is it. Like from everything that I was seeing, and we talked to a couple of other hikers that had been there and back. It's right there. It's like,
Fair.
oh yeah, you just turn right here and it's right there. And we went up that path like a quarter of a mile and it was not right there. I didn't see an entrance to a cave or anything. And Cecilia was looking, like she was not doing so great. And this part of the trail was also full sun. And
Are you talking now when we were on the right path?
yes, we were on the right
Okay,
path.
after our lunch?
No, this was before the lunch.
All I can think about is the lunch now. Get to the lunch already.
Well, that's after we turned around.
Yeah, that's a mile back.
Anyway, so we turned around. I mean, that's basically it, is that I was like, "Look, I don't know how much further this is. Let's not continue because I'm concerned about you. You don't look very well." So we walked back about a quarter of a mile where we'd seen like a nice stump to sit down and we had like a little picnic there.
Yeah,
And
that's where they told us that that's where we saw the girls standing right there. Those girls told us that it was where we were sitting.
Well,
Which
they told us it was to go that way, yes.
yeah, yep. And then after our lunch, we are like, "Okay, let's go. Let's go to the birthing cave. It's just right up there." And then that's it.
No, that's not what happened. After our lunch, we walked back to the car.
What? No.
Are you trying to rewrite history? Are you trying to lie to people and tell them that we went to the birthing cave?
No, 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 no. No, I was gonna say because I thought after we had lunch, we walked towards the birthing cave
We
with that family,
absolutely did not.
so we didn't.
That was before we had lunch. Because then we
Oh,
walked back to the part where there was a stump, and then after we ate, we just left. So then we walked another, 2 miles back to the car.
okay.
But so basically,
You
we
are
I
right.
know I
I'm bad at storytelling, so good thing you guys
that was crazy.
yours here.
I thought you were trying to lie. I'm like, "What?
No,
Are you trying to, like, lie to people and tell them we made it?"
I never lie.
We did not make it.
No, we didn't make it because we turned around and I'm like, I need to eat something. So then we sat on that stump. Yeah, and then I do remember those two ladies coming down and then they talked. They're like, it's just right up there. You can hear the kids screaming. And I did hear the kids screaming. And I'm like, they're right there screaming. And then we went back. But we were almost there.
We almost made it to the birthing cave.
Almost made it.
How exciting.
But we failed.
We did. We did. That's okay. You know what? We had a great day hiking. It was beautiful. We were out in the Red Rock and,
I didn't see
you
anything.
know, I'm not we did not see any snakes, so that's a plus for me personally.
I've seen a lot of videos of snakes and being born, but I still don't like them.
Okay. Yeah, her new obsession is watching snake videos, so that's interesting.
They're little snakes.
Okay. Anyway,
But yeah, then we returned back. I did not came back the way I started.
yes.
I was dead.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I was dead.
that's
I
true.
said,
But we took the exact same path back.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, once we reached, I'm like, okay, go get the car. And you're like, no, let's keep walking.
Oh yeah, because we didn't park in the lot because there was like free street parking,
Yeah.
and not that far away.
And I feel like the lot was,
I think
but we
too.
drove around
It
it.
was also, you have to pay for the Red Rock parking pass, and I just, like we
I
don't have
paid.
to, right? We don't have to. There's free street parking. I'm gonna park on the street, so that's what we did. And
Yeah.
so when we got to like the end of the trail, he was like, "That's it, get the car." I'm like, "No, you can do it. We're almost there."
Yeah.
Your favorite part of the day?
Just tell me. Please remind me. Tell me that it was when we went up to that one mountain. It was a short little hike.
The vortex.
The vortex. Man, I love that. If you do go to Sedona, the first and last thing that you have to
The only thing you should do.
actually, the only thing you should do when you go to Sedona, go to the vortex.
Well, there's a bunch of vortex.
There are, I guess, go to all of them. We didn't have enough time to go to all of them.
We did not.
But I am a vortex addict.
Mm.
I'm just gonna tell you that right now. An addict. Because it was like a hike up, right? Like beside the hill or whatever. And it was really steep.
It was. There was chains,
There were chains.
and it was also very short though.
Yes, I did like that it was short. But once you get to the top, it is amazing. Okay. Like you just get up there and then you just breathe in the air full chested. Just breathe it in and then sit there. People that were up there took off their shoes so they can like plant their feet on the rock. And they just sat there, they looked out, like they took videos and stuff, but their phones were down. It's like, if you're gonna come up here, because I read about it when we were in the car, we were driving back, is like you go up there to basically release everything because it's a out vortex out.
It's an upward flow.
Yeah, yeah. So I felt rejuvenated after I came down. I was like, oh, this feels so good.
It did feel good. I don't know. I mean, what I believe, whatever. But it was an incredible space with like a beautiful view.
Hmm.
Honestly, we just it was like we both didn't want to leave. We went up there. Obviously, we took some photos because it was an incredible view. And then we just like laid there. Like I laid on these rocks
You scared me.
at the top of this at the top of this vortex, and I actually laid down kind of like upside down so that I could watch the horizon upside down. There was someone up there with an inversion chair,
Uh huh.
right? That he was like, "Oh, you can get on it for free." And so some people were doing that. And I was like, "I don't really need to do that. I can just lay down upside down right here on this rock that's planted," you know? And it was really incredible to look at the horizon upside down. I've never done that before. I don't know. I highly recommend it. If you're ever at the top of a mountain and you can lay down and look upside down.
But not too close to the edge,
I was
Tara.
not close to the edge. I was absolutely not. Believe me, I was very safe. But
Yeah.
anyway, highly recommend.
Yeah, go look at the
Highly.
picture
But we just
'cause they're I mean, I feel like pictures do not do it justice. You just have to go up there and look
yeah.
and experience it. It was incredible.
Yep. Yeah, no, the pictures don't. It's like we took so many pictures and we would look at the pictures and be like, "This doesn't look anything like what we were looking at." Like, you cannot capture it. You just can't. It doesn't get enough of it. Or the depth of the different, mountain on mountain on mountain.
Yeah,
You just can't see that.
yeah, it's a very unique experience being up there.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. And we just sat there for a while and then we're like, I guess, we should move on to the next thing. But we just like sat there and just like
Mhm.
stared off.
I actually sat there and then I I really don't know how to meditate, but I was like because it's a outer vortex or whatever you call it. What is it called?
Upward flow.
Upward flow. So I'm like, maybe if I put my intentions out there, it'll like flow it out into the universe. That is my story. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, we both left in a better mood. And not that
yeah.
we were in a bad mood, but we'd had the hike where we'd had some disappointment with not making it to the cave.
Yeah.
And we still had a beautiful hike and had a good time, but we were both a little tired and maybe slightly disappointed.
But that made it up.
Yeah, and then yeah, we sat up there and we were both like, "I feel great. I feel so good."
Let's go do another hike. Psych. Just kidding.
Yeah, she wasn't quite that. She wasn't quite there.
No. It I'm telling you, we've been on some mountains, but and we've stood in some edges, but this one, I'm telling you, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 1, 100 out of 100 recommend.
Yep.
Do it.
And then we ended the day, because the sun was setting, we went over to the Chapel of the Holy Cross,
It was close.
and it was closed. We watched the sunset from there. We couldn't actually get a hike up to the top, but we could see it, which was cool.
Yeah.
And then obviously we drove by, took a picture of the turquoise, arches tipping up. Are you crying or are you yawning?
I'm holding my yawn in. I'm tired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm crying because I'm still thinking about that vortex. It was the best thing. It was the best thing.
It was really good.
But yeah, the arch. That was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Then what did we do the next day?
Another hike.
Well, kind of.
Tell me. Montezuma Pass. Well, isn't there another Montezuma Pass?
Yeah, that's when we were I mean, there's so many Montezumas. They're all named after the Aztec emperor.
Yeah.
I don't usually by, like Euro or American settlers who find some dwellings and they just assume. Anyway, I digress. The point is that Montezuma Well is located in Rimrock, which is where we were. And we figured right down the road, might as well go check it out. It wasn't like necessarily. Honestly, I'd never heard of it before, so it wasn't like on my list. But I'm so glad we went. It was so bizarre. It's one of those things that like you're like, this is like you're definitely gonna hear about this at some point in time in your life,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And it's just really interesting.
What is interesting about it?
Well, why don't you tell me what you found interesting about it first?
The fun thing that or the cool thing that I found interesting about it was that there's leeches, only leeches. And I confused them with those other ones that clean your feet, you know?
Yeah.
And I said, when you told me that, you're like, oh, there's only leeches that live there. There was other people standing around. And then I said, oh, let me go put my feet in there. And the lady just looked at me like, what the heck? And then I'm like, oh, wait, I think I'm confusing them with the other ones. So that was funny. Yeah. And then I stopped saying things because, people look at me weird.
I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah, that was funny.
like excuse
Oh, let me put my feet in there. He's like, "Oh, this crazy person, get her out of here." Before she gets herself
Oh,
killed. Yeah.
what a weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the reason there's only leeches in there is because there's still fish, because the water is very high in carbon dioxide and arsenic. So, there's only, like, 5 species that can live in there. One of them's
5?
some sort of, like, single cell plant. It's mostly leeches. It's mostly leeches.
Isn't
And
there a type of shrimp in there too?
yes, there's something that's almost like a shrimp, but, like, even more simple than a
Mhm.
shrimp. And 1.5 million gallons of water flow into this well every single day, and the water level never changes. Never. Drought, no drought, and they're still trying to determine the exactly how the water comes into the well, because 'cause they're not entirely positive where the water is coming from, but they think that it's groundwater it's been absorbed for thousands and thousands of years through, like, thick limestone and has just now, like, gotten to the thinner layer to be able to get pushed into the well, which I find to be, like, the most interesting thing about it because that means that, like, the water you're looking down on has, like, potentially never I mean, it hasn't seen light in thousands and thousands of years. Like, the world looked like a totally different place the last time that water had seen
Yeah.
it's great.
That is crazy. So why is it called Montezuma? What is it called? Montezuma
Well
Well.
Well, because a bunch of Euro-American settlers stumbled upon it and found all of these cliff dwellings, and they assumed that they were built there by the Aztecs, and so they named it Montezuma Well after the Aztec emperor, but that's incorrect. It was not the Aztec. Let me see, who was it? I can't remember the name tribe, but it was a different tribe that was actually around a lot earlier, like 700 AD, I guess. And it was
Mm,
the Sinigua, the Sinigua people that actually lived
interesting.
there. And they actually built a 7-mile canal and irrigated their plants with the water from that well. Isn't that crazy?
So why did it go bad? Why does only leeches grow there now then?
I don't know, it's probably only leaches in but the
Just
water was still probably okay. They probably didn't drink the water, but they irrigated their
they
plants
just
with it.
are
Uh,
interesting.
yeah.
So
Then
this oh, go ahead, go ahead.
no, it's okay.
I was just gonna do a little fun fact on that.
Yeah.
Since the Euros were just, naming things and thinking that Aztecs did those things, there's another place in New Mexico that they did that, and we'll go more into depth in another of our podcast episode. But I just want to say the Aztecs did not. The what did I say it was the Aztec monument?
Ruin?
Ruins, the Aztec ruin in New Mexico. The Aztecs did not build that either.
They were not the
Nope.
Aztec.
It was way before. It was, it looked like when pharaohs found the ruins in the 1800s, they were already there. But they were impressed with that they thought it was the Aztecs of Mexico who built them.
Interesting.
Yeah. But they've been there. But the Aztecs were already living 1,000 miles the south in central Mexico by the time the Aztec Empire reached. So basically, they were built by other people, by other tribes.
Hmm,
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
that
And
is
we'll
really
talk
cool.
more about it in another episode
Okay.
because I'm excited.
Okay, and then what do we do the next day?
I am really bad at remembering what we did.
I
And
know.
I'm
What's
sorry.
crazy is not only are you bad at remembering what we did, like, from a couple of weeks ago, but, like, also you are bad at remembering what I told you we did 10 minutes ago before we started the podcast.
That is true. Those are facts. If I don't have it in front of me, I won't know what we did. As I have to write it down, but my phone is recording.
Okay, let me give you a hint. Creek Canyon.
Oak Creek Canyon. Tell me more about it.
You tell me more about it.
Girl, I don't remember. What did we do at Oak Creek Canyon?
We stopped and walked around.
Were there
It's
surprises?
beautiful. It was beautiful. Well, I mean, we were surprised by the canyon, I think, which is kind of funny because it was called Oak Creek Canyon. But we thought it was just going to be like a cute little park, and then we walked over, and it's called the little cousin of the Grand Canyon
What was that?
because of the red rock. It's in between Sedona and Flagstaff, in between Sedona and Flagstaff, and It's 2,000 feet in depth.
Mm.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, let me Google this.
Do you forget going there completely?
No.
My goodness. I'm carrying this podcast.
Yes. Today you are. My brain is not functioning. I'm
Not frightening.
not brainy. Freaking yeah. Did we take pictures there?
Yeah, we got lots of pictures. It was
Sh-
really, really beautiful. It was cool. And it was again kind of something a surprise that we stumbled across. We were looking for a nice place to stay, or not to stay, but just to stop and stretch our legs and hang out between Sedona and Flagstaff. So we decided to like hang out there for a couple of hours and walk. And so got out the car and the RV and we just walked around and it was so beautiful. It was stunning.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks stunning.
You don't remember this
I
at all.
do not remember this one. Okay, so let me tell you guys, when I don't remember being somewhere or I don't remember a conversation, I say this is a different timeline. So myself in that timeline, something happened to her. Because in this timeline, I do not remember going there at all. Is there a picture of me in this place?
Yes, you and Benny sat on the wall together.
I got to remember.
There we go.
Thank you. Ding ding ding. Let me do my ding ding ding. Where are you?
You love them.
Ding. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes, I do remember that. And I chose that place.
Yeah,
Remember? I chose that place.
great job.
Man, that place was cool.
It was so cool.
Yeah. It was.
Anyway, highly recommend.
Yes. And I recommend sit on that ledge.
Okay, moving on. Cecilia has something she would like to share.
Man, I could remember that. Good thing. Wow. All right. So for our news, this is the time of the podcast where we get you some good news. Anyway. All right. So we did the vote and the vote came out to be that we are naming the hunt Winnebago Wonder Hunt. Woohoo! Let's
Yeah.
cheer on that. Let's cheer on that.
We had uh, we had asked for your pin, and that was the number one option. The number one pick.
Yeah, it was. So, what we're doing here, we're going to tell you how to play and um basically a few rules, okay? And what to do. Okay. So, what we do is places that we visit, okay? We have hidden Winging It in a Winnebago stickers with a QR code, okay? Each time we put a sticker on there, we are going to record a video of like hints of where we've been. You have to listen to the podcast, you have to watch the reels on Instagram, or if you don't follow us yet, watch the reels. Follow us on Instagram and share them so other people can play with you and us. Okay. So we will give out the clues. It'll be on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and podcast. Okay. And then you can go search.
Then you go search, you find the sticker.
If it's in your city or if you visit, see the sticker. Promise you will see the sticker. Okay. So then when you find the sticker, what you should do is you, of course, scan that QR code. It'll take you to the Instagram, right? I believe it's the Instagram.
Yeah,
It'll take you to the
there.
Instagram. Take a photo or a video of the sticker, of you and the sticker if you want to you.
Yeah, definitely. You and the for sure.
Yeah.
We want to.
All right, you and the sticker. And then tag us on your picture. Okay.
Yep, your post.
And then that is going to be the way that you enter to win prizes. Okay.
What are the prizes?
Well, let me tell you. To be counted as an official find, you have to follow our Instagram. You have to like the clue post. So when we put the clue, like it when you find it. Okay. Tag us on your find. And for a bonus round, you share it to your story. And if we see it, we'll share it to ours. Okay. And then here are the actual rules, keeping it safe and fun. Okay. So we post clues after we leave the area. Okay. And then please be respectful. Do not remove the sticker or, do not remove or damage the sticker because multiple people can find the same sticker and, join the pot. Okay. So the prices will be as follows. The price details drop when we hit 100 followers on Instagram,
Okay.
right? And then they include postcards from places we've traveled. It'll be like a personal
So
postcard,
you'll
like
get a personalized postcard
yeah,
from
personalized
special
postcard.
event.
You'll get a limited edition sticker and then a shout out on the podcast. All right. And then, so for the title of the players, what do you think about, you know, if you found a sticker, your official title will be a Wonder Hunter.
Hunter.
Yeah. So you may get a little sticker with the Wonder Hunter, like a little badge sticker or something. And then yeah, that's the rules. And how to play and how to do everything.
The non-scavenger hunt
This
is
is
now officially underway.
is
The Wonder Hunt.
it's the Wonder Hunt of the sticker. So this is gonna be fun. So we will be posting clues of places we've been to and stuck a sticker.
Stick a sticker.
Stick a sticker. Stick a sticker.
I
But
like it.
yeah, I'm excited. And
Yay.
then yeah, let's go ahead and reach those 100 followers so you can get your prizes.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Tell your
then
friends. Share the pod.
yeah, share.
Follow us on Insta.
Yep. Tag your friends on Instagram when you see the clues, so maybe they'll play with you. And let's get a good competition going, huh? Yeah. So
Well, I'm super excited. I think this will be fun.
me too. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to give things away. Yeah. And well, no, things might grow.
I'm excited to write some funny little postcards.
Yeah. You could possibly get a bird paw on there, a
Ooh.
Benny paw signature, a bonsai paw signature. I don't know. Who knows? Anything could happen. Happen. All right. So that's all I got. And I'm excited for this Wonder Hunt.
Me too, babe.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think that's all we have for this week. I'm
Yes.
excited to talk about next week. We've got some more Arizona adventures and
Yeah. I feel like
we've
it's a
been
lot of Arizona adventures.
so much.
Yeah.
So much.
It's not a big state like Texas, but it felt it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Well, we'll
thank you
see you
for
next time.
yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for following us on Instagram and tell your friends, tell your lovers and
Please
friends.
share. Yeah. Like, share.
Yeah.
Awesome. See you next time. Bye. Love you.
Bye, and we're out.
Rest stop coffee, desktop.